So we're just going to go a quick rundown of some of the various homework questions. So starting off the first one, we've got 325 degrees. We know it's degrees because of the degree symbol. I want to turn it into radians. So I'm going to go by my multiplier of pi over 180. I then want to be able to simplify that fraction. So I know at the very least I can take a 5 out of both. So 325 divided by 5 is going to give me 65 pi. And then 180 divided by 5 is going to give me 36. And if I think about that, there's a 2 and a 3. There's not in here. 65 is 5 and 13. 13 doesn't go into 36. So that will be my final answer in radians. Okay. Number 2, same idea. I'm going to multiply this by pi over 180 because I want to cancel the degrees top and bottom. 60 goes into 180 3 times, so this is just going to become pi over 3. Okay? And again, my final answer is in radians. Negative 4 pi over 3, there is no degree symbol, so I know that this is in radians, and I know that pi equals 180. So this is going to turn into negative 4 times 180 over 3. Now, 3 goes into 180 60 times, so I can think about cross-canceling that. And so my 180 and my 3, that's going to become 60. So I'm left with negative 4 times 60, or negative 240 degrees. Okay. Similarly, over here, number 4, I've got pi, so I need to rewrite that with 180 instead. So I'm going to have 23 times 180 over 12. I know 12 goes into 180, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify that as well. It's going to go in 15 times. So that 180 is going to be 15, the 12 is gone. And so now I'm left with 23 times 15, which is 345 degrees. Okay, plugging right along. This didn't print very well, that's a 570. And it is in degrees, so that means I'm going to multiply by pi over 180. I know that the 10s cancel, and so I'm left with 57 pi over 18. And I believe 3 goes into both of those. And so if I take a 3 out, I then have 19 pi over 6. 19 is prime, so that's going to be my final answer. And then moving right along, I've got a negative 315. Again, it's in degrees, so I'm going to multiply by pi over 180. And then I'm going to simplify. So same as before, I know a 5's in both of those, so I'm going to take that out first. So then I would have negative 63 pi. I remember taking a 5 out up here, so I'm going to do the same thing. And I know that my 180 is going to turn into 36. At which point I can see that both of these still have a 3 in them. So if I take a 3 out the top, I'm going to have negative 21 pi. And if I take a 3 out the bottom, I'm going to have 12. Okay. Okay. And sorry, I just got confused by myself for a moment. I still have another 3, so I can take another 3 out the top, and I've got a negative 7 pi. And then I can take another 3 out the bottom, a negative 4, and with negative 7 pi over 4. So that's the first 6. Hopefully, if you had issues on any of those, seeing those worked out and talked about real briefly can help you sort those through.